Hello, my name is Dennis Halandzovskyi. America's late night just went dark, and the free speech fight lit up. Within hours of a monologue about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air, affiliates balked at carriage, and a federal regulator blasted stations for airing garbage. That's the headline. Here's the story behind it, why it matters, and what happens next. If you find this useful, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. And thank you to all of Ukraine's partners for your continued help and support. What we know so far. 1. ABC suspended the show indefinitely while its standards team reviews the segment and the security posture around the studio. Production paused. Staff got a memo saying the network is assessing content, safety, and community response. 2. Several big market affiliates signaled they wouldn't air the episode pending review, a business reality that makes any national show unviable in the short term. 3. The FCC chair's public broadside against trash on the public airwaves spooked risk-averse station groups. Lawyers instantly asked whether that rhetoric crosses a line from opinion into pressure. 4. Hollywood guilds, writers and actors, condemned the suspension and warned that advertiser and regulator heat is chilling satire. 5. On social platforms, the clips were weaponized in minutes, turning a standards call into a proxy war over media bias and political power. Here's why it matters. Precedent. When a network yanks a flagship show under political crossfire, it sets a template for the next storm. Process. The First Amendment restricts government censorship, not corporate standards, unless state pressure effectively forces the corporate hand. And timing. This lands in an election year when late night is a prime venue for political critique. The question is less, can ABC cancel a show? And more, who nudged whom, with what leverage, and is there a paper trail? Let's put a clear structure on the fight. Point A. Law. Private broadcasters can pull content. The constitutional red line appears if government actors coerce that decision. So lawyers will look for evidence of state action, calls, emails, or threats about licenses. If none exist, ABC argues brand protection. If they do, civil liberties groups may seek discovery. Point B, affiliates. Late night depends on local stations. If New York, Los Angeles, Chicago hesitate, the national footprint collapses. Affiliates weigh ratings and liability. They listen to advertisers and to risk officers who hate uncertainty more than controversy. Point C, money. Advertisers flee when tragedy and politics collide, CPMs fall, make goods inflate, insurance riders go up. Even a short pause can cost millions, and the deeper the pause, the fewer A-list guests agree to sit on a hot seat. Point D, regulators. The FCC does not police jokes, it polices indecency and licenses. But public saber rattling can chill speech without a single formal order. Expect media law groups to demand records and clarity. Was that comment an opinion or a signal? Now the ecosystem. Rival hosts must choose. Fill the void with sharper monologues or de-risk and go soft. Streamers smell opportunity. A Kimmel-style show with looser guardrails, live chat, and sponsor segments that can opt in or out per episode. Unions see a line to hold. Satire processes national trauma and holds power to account. Standards fixes are fair. State intimidation is not. And viewers, they'll judge credibility by receipts, timestamps, transcripts, affiliate lists, and advertiser statements, not viral edits. The stakes are bigger than one show. They're about whether corporate discretion stays independent of government influence and whether satire remains a safe valve in a polarized democracy. Here's the forward-looking checklist. 1. Network pathway. Watch for language like time-limited suspension, standards review complete, or path to return. A guest host stint, a tighter editorial brief, or a panel format could be on the table. All are signals of a negotiated comeback. 2. Affiliate math. If top 5 DMA stations recommit publicly, the show has oxygen. If they hedge, the pause stretches. 3. Regulatory posture. A quiet period from the FCC means de-escalation. Formal notices or letters of inquiry mean the opposite. 4. Legal filings. Expect FOIA requests and possible suits probing viewpoint discrimination. Discovery, emails, call logs would reset the narrative fast. 5. Advertisers. Blue chip brands typically return when rules are clear. If they don't, expect a pivot to tech, DTC, and issue-based sponsors comfortable with sharper edges. 6. Industry realignment. Streamers and premium cable may greenlight late night with live elements. Creators may spin up emergency specials to capture the audience. 7. Civic temperature. Protests outside studios, counter-protests, and police posture will show whether tensions are cooling or building. How to read the next headlines like a newsroom. Separate corporate memos from regulator remarks. Track carriage commitments and ad load minutes, not just statements. Compare this moment to earlier flashpoints. Advertiser boycotts, post-9/11 cancellations, and recent platform bans to calibrate what's new versus déjà vu. And remember the core principle. In a rules-based democracy, the remedy for bad speech is more speech, corrections, accountability, better guardrails, not political retribution. Bottom line, a network standards decision collided with First Amendment politics. Whether the show returns soon or not, this episode will define how far officials, affiliates, and advertisers can push before it looks and feels like state pressure. Please subscribe and like to help more people find clear, verified updates. And thank you to all of Ukraine's partners for your continued help and support.